he used to always go out of his way to make people laugh, like constant. I mean, it was, that was his thing. He would pull up to a stoplight with his truck, and he'd open the door, fall out, then he would get up, get back in, and drive away, just to get a rise out of people. But the best one, and this was amazing because we were in Saginaw, Michigan. I'll never forget this because he got deported by the FBI. And this is a true story. Of course, we used to always stay at cheap places because he was a fucking cheapskate, the motherfucker. And what he used to do is always, we'd be playing, we'd have to drive half an hour to the gig because he would find the cheapest fucking motel or hotel we could stay at. And this one place we stayed at in Saginaw, Michigan, it was a real, old hotel. Anyway, it had doors that were, there was almost 6 inches of space underneath it. So, in one of these rooms, there was this old wino, an alcoholic guy, I guess, an old guy, and he used to head up. Anyway, the singer decides to make friends with him. And, of course, in his infinite wisdom, he had to pull something on this guy. So what's he do? He decides that he's going to get a treasure map. Now, how would you think of something like this? A treasure map. And he figures that, he'll get the guy. I'm going to pull over up here, so just hang on. Anyway, he figures that this treasure map is gonna basically. We didn't know what was going on, but he snuck into his room and he had this map made out, and he stuck it under the old carpet. Now the wino had no idea, but Frank waited a day or two. Then he decided that he was going to put the thing in motion. So what's he do? He goes into the room with the wino, and then he goes, "Oh, what's that?" And part of it was sticking under the carpet. So he decides that he was going to basically, and the wino found the map. And Frank's going, "Well, geez, man, that's been under there for a long time. It could be something real, right?" So this poor wino was going and going and going, and he figures that there's something there. So, Frank basically had him believing that anyway, so he said to him, "Make sure you put it in a safe place because, but tell me where the safe place is, because that way, if anything happens, me and you are in on this now, okay? Because if there's a treasure, it's 50-50. I found it, right?" So the wino proceeded to put it in a safe place, and Frank knew where it was. So anyway, a day later, the wino was out. Frank snuck into his room and stole the map. Well, the wino come back, flipped out. He went to Frank. Frank goes, "I don't know." Well, the wino called the police. Now, this hotel and in Saginaw, apparently there was a few bank robberies where they never found the money or the loot. So now they're thinking that maybe this map was a real map and that there was, well, holy fucking shit. Okay, the police, next thing you know, FBI show up because there was some unsolved robberies. Now they're thinking that this map that was in this room was there from before. So anyway, it escalated, and when finally Frank had to tell him that it was a joke, he ended up, they deported us back to fucking Canada.